All right. Cool. So we're going to get started. So welcome everyone. There are a ton of people here. We're so excited. People from, all different majors, all different years, all different backgrounds and experience levels. Really just a huge, huge welcome. We are so excited to have you here. So hello, I am Rucha. I'm a fourth year computer science major, and I'm currently the president of ACM. Now, again, we are so excited to have you here. There are people here from all over. We know that some of you here are CS majors. You've been coding since you were like 10. You know what you want to do. Maybe some of you here used to mess around with HTML and CSS on your Tumblr website, and you're looking to learn a little more. Maybe some of you have never coded at all. That is completely fine, and there is a place for you here at ACM. So it's okay as long as you have interest in what ACM is. A little bit personally as well, when I first came to UCLA, I was a mechanical engineering major. I didn't even go to ACM's Fall GM. So just the fact that you're here and you've taken the initiative to be here and learn more is saying a lot. ACM has really just helped me figure out, if CS was what I wanted to do, and I am really excited to have you have that same experience. So while you're at UCLA, you will meet so many cool people. You will have so many experiences. And my experience at ACM has been pivotal to my UCLA journey. And that's really rooted in just the community that ACM offers. It's so collaborative. It is honestly just an amazing thing to be a part of. And so let's jump into a little bit about what ACM really is. So first of all, ACM is a place to learn. Whether you're learning about mobile development or web development, whether you're looking at these faculty come in and industry professionals come in, maybe they're telling you how to negotiate for the best job offer. Maybe you're learning about how to construct your own resume. This is the place to do that, and we can offer all of that. One thing I really want to emphasize is that it doesn't matter what your experience level is. Even our more technical workshops often have a beginner track and an advanced track. So you can really find what speaks to you and find your skill level within that. ACM is also a place to explore. Now we'll go into this a little more in depth later, but we have 8 different committees that focus on different parts of CS because it's such a broad topic. Now, we really believe that if you're interested in learning something, you should be able to learn it. That's why we don't have any application process. If you want to enter, take part in a workshop, meet new people, you have the ability to do that and you have the freedom to explore. Awesome. And finally, ACM really is a place to find community. We really are a family, and you'll see our members, our officers, everyone is always just so willing to step up, offer mentorship, offer tips. And it's truly just incredible how much these people come together. And you can really just see it on their faces. You see all these different photos. People do what they do because they're so passionate about tech and they love the people they're working with. And so you'll really find that we are a family. We definitely are a community. And we're so excited that you're here to be a part of that with us. Now, I understand that we're virtual and that has its own challenges, but we have been working so hard to ensure that the experience that you're going to have is going to be exactly the same. You'll have that community feel. You'll be able to do those technical workshops. When we first realized we'd be virtual, it was never a matter of if we would do it, but how we would do it. And so we are super excited. We have a lot in store for you. And one of the good things about being virtual now is that you get to hear a little bit from our alumni and how ACM actually shaped their experience. So I'm going to hand it off to Elena first from class of 2020, our previous ACM ICPC president, and she'll talk a little bit about how ACM has shaped her college experience.
Hi, I'm Elena, as she said before. I'm currently working as a software engineer at Google, working on Google TV. We just launched something, so small plug there. So for me, my ACM journey was not typical. So a lot of the times people get really involved their freshman year, but I was actually on the UCLA swim team, so I didn't get involved until my 5th year. But it's kind of a testament to how welcoming this community really is. It doesn't matter your age, your background, anything. They're definitely going to be super welcoming. Another thing is that I came into UCLA with 0 programming experience. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and there really is not much CS here. So it was really great to have this community of people that could show me not just the theoretical side of CS that you learn in class, but also more of the applicable side of things you might be learning when you go into industry. And I'll introduce my friend, Kevin.
How am I supposed to follow that up? Oh my God. Hi guys, my name's Kevin. I just graduated as well. I'm also currently a software engineer working at a startup in LA called Raya. For me, I was one of the people that Elena mentioned. Elena was talking about how people usually join their freshman year. I also sold my soul to ACM for pretty much the entirety of my college experience, and I definitely would not have had it any other way. I came in as a computer science major, and as Rucha sort of already highlighted, ACM really provides you so many opportunities to explore different areas of computer science and find out what sort of things like really interest you. And it also gives you a great place to meet other people that are also just super passionate and talented and want to do really cool things with code. So again, whether you are a beginner or someone who has been coding for a long time, it's definitely a club that you should check out. Yay. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah, we really are a family. We love seeing our alumni come back. But let's talk a little bit again about who we are, because we've gotten a lot of questions about our organization and how we're structured. So again, as the largest computer science organization, we realize that computer science is so broad of a topic, and it's really hard to kind of encapsulate that. And the way we deal with it is we have 8 different committees, and each committee actually focuses on a different aspect of CS, whether it is game development, competitive programming, design, cybersecurity, teaching, diversity, artificial intelligence, and mobile and web development. Now it's a lot, and that's only just a part of what these amazing committees do. But we are all under ACM. So what's going to happen next is that every committee has a president, and those people know exactly what's going on for those committees. They know exactly what events will come up for that. And so I'm going to hand it off to them one by one, and they're going to talk a little bit about what their committee is up to, what their plans are for fall and spring, and how to get more involved in that area in particular. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it off to Evan and Cade to talk a little bit about ACM Studio.
Hey guys, as Rucha just said, my name is Cade, and I'm one of the co-presidents of ACM Game Studio. So to tell you a bit about what we do as a club, waiting for the next slide. To tell you a bit about our mission, we really want to take people who have a love of video games and a love of creating those games and really help them catapult into the industry. No matter what your experience, if you have an interest in creating a video game that everyone else can play, we're here for that. We love teaching everyone we can, and it's honestly just something that we all have a passion for and that we want to spread to as many people as we can. So specifically what we do is in the fall, we have 3 tracks. We have a beginner Unity track, an advanced Unity track, and a video game artwork track. And to tell you a bit about each one, our beginning Unity track is for people who might have 0 experience. It's okay if you don't know what Unity is or you've never touched a piece of code before. This track will get you up to speed and get you creating basic games by the end of fall. Now, if you know your way around a bit more and you know the basics and you'd be bored out of your mind sitting through that, our advanced Unity track just starts off with more advanced topics like procedural generation and stuff like that. And if you're more into the artwork side, you want to do like 3D modeling or just artwork for video games, a few of our officers just recently started our video game artwork track, and they've done an amazing job with it.
Yeah, so I'm Evan. I'm the other co-president of ACM Game Studio. To kick off from what Kate was saying, we take all of the knowledge that our members learn throughout fall quarter with those 3 tutorial tracks, and then for the remainder of the year, we apply that knowledge. So the way that Studio operates during winter and spring quarter each year is we kind of divide up our club into a bunch of different teams, which are all working toward creating a fully realized video game by the end of the year. So this is a really great way to get game development project experience, which I think is honestly, if you are someone who's interested in going into the game development community, or I mean the industry, this is an invaluable experience for you to get. Working on a team creating a game is one of the best things that you can have to propel yourself into the industry. So yeah, and this experience is going to cater to people who work in coding, people who work in art, people who work in sound design, people who work in narrative writing as well. Any type of video game that you're interested in making is something that you can come to ACM Studio and have the chance to make, which is really exciting, I think. And I just want to emphasize once again that like all of the other committees in ACM, we are catering towards people who are in computer science, but I know that a lot of people here aren't necessarily sure that computer science is the path that they want to go on. And if you're someone who's more interested in kind of a lot of just general different topics like I am, you have the ability to explore not only computer science, but art, sound design, writing as well. So if that's something that appeals to you, you should definitely come check out our committee later at the tabling. Our general meeting is going to happen on week 2, Wednesday. Come check it out if you want to get more information. Yeah, and I'm going to hand it off to our next committee, which is ACM ICPC, which does competitive programming.
Nikhil, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Hey everyone, I'm Nikhil. I'm currently a 3rd year and I'm currently the president of ICPC. So excited to see so many of y'all here. So let's get started. So ACM ICPC's mission is to promote algorithmic thinking and to help build proficient problem solvers. But before we really get into what we do, quick history note. What really is ICPC? Well, it's a rather cryptic name for a committee, I must admit, and it's one of the questions we get asked a lot. But ICPC stands for International Collegiate Programming Contest, and quite simply, it is the oldest, largest, and most prestigious programming contest out there in the world. Now, historically, we started out as just a group of algorithm enthusiasts whose goal was to represent UCLA at the ICPC competition and really do well. But over the years, we've grown to encompass really anything to do with algorithmic thinking and problem solving. And we now as officers share the common goal of spreading that love of competitive programming and problem solving to the greater UCLA community. To that end, I must mention that all our events are open to everyone, regardless of year, major, or level of experience. In fact, whether you're a complete beginner to competitive programming, or even CS for that matter, or you're an advanced programmer who has had, like, I don't know, multiple years of competitive programming experience under your belt, we definitely have something to offer for you. So right into our events. First up, competitive programming workshops. Also known as Project A-Star, our weekly algorithm academy really helps you discover the problem solver in you. We typically operate in 2 different tracks. Our intro to competitive programming track requires absolutely no prior experience. Here we walk you through the very basics, build up all the fundamentals, and really help you get started in competitive programming and help you write your very first contest solution. And if you're someone who has already had some experience in competitive programming, we also have an advanced training track where we delve into the more complicated data structures and more like niche algorithms. Next up, technical interview prep. Our coding interview bootcamp is a series of weekly workshops where we help you sharpen your data structures and algorithm skills and really ace the recruiting season. This is particularly relevant like fall and winter. I'm sure all of you are trying to get on that job hunt. again, really everything from like stacks and queues to like string manipulation and dynamic programming, we got you covered. We also offer one-on-one mock interviews with personalized feedback from our ICPC officers to help you really communicate those thoughts better and to give you a better interview experience. Often we also host some one-off events like our puzzle hunts, where you compete or really actually just have fun in teams of 3 to crack some really nice puzzles that, that are written by officers. We do this typically in collaboration with other committees like Cyber and Hack, and you'll hear a bit about that later today. And lastly, we have CodeSprint LA, which is our own annual beginner-friendly programming competition where you can compete in up to teams of 3 for just a fun day of problem solving and win some prizes. Ideally, I'd like to tell people to like think of this as a way to just prep throughout the quarter, really dip your feet into competitive programming and end the year with CodeSprint, where you can actually try out your own programming contest. To recap though, all you really need is a passion for problem solving. Once again, whether you are a what is an array kind of person or some kind of lead code legend, I'm sure you'll find ICPC a great place to improve your problem solving skills and meet some really cool people. That being said, we really look forward to seeing you at our ICPC GM this Thursday, October the 8th at 6 p.m. In the meantime, stay connected through our website and our Facebook group. That's it from me. And up next, we have our ever beautiful ACM Design.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haki, and I'm one of the 2 co-presidents of ACM Design.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tamok, and I'm the other co-president.
And then next slide. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, next slide. Yeah. And so our mission in ACM Design is to basically like be the interface between the design community and the computer science community at UCLA. So we have a lot of projects that work with a lot of like visual design tools and work with a lot of like user experience and stuff. But we also have a lot of like engineering projects that involve like front-end engineering and things of that nature. So we want to foster this kind of community that is sort of the intersection between computer science and design by doing these sort of multi-major projects. And we also don't require any prior experience. Most of us actually, me and Timoki in particular, are computer science majors, and we learned design as we went. And then we have people who are like going to graduate and become designers in the workforce, and they're learning computer science. So it's very interdisciplinary, and we mostly value people's passion to learn and grow.
So our day-to-day job is to maintain a cohesive identity for ACM through graphic design and user experience design. So a lot of the branding materials you've seen for Fall GM, like the Facebook banners and whatnot, were actually designed by us. And we also work with a lot of other committees to give feedback on web design. So for example, the new ACM website that rolled out recently was partially based on our feedback, and also the Hack on the Hill event website, which ACM Hack will explain later. We also work with ACM Hack to give feedback on their website as well. And we also hold a lot of events to educate students about design, which I'll get to in a second. So the 2 main workshops we're planning this quarter is the How to Design Your Resume workshop and the How to Create a Portfolio workshop. And in the How to Design Your Resume workshop, we basically teach students how to make a resume that implements good UX design practice. So for example, if you see the resume to the right, which was generously provided by our president, Hakan, you can see he implements a lot of good UX practices like bolding and making the title fonts bigger to make it easier for recruiters to follow. So we're gonna teach people those little miscellaneous tips to make the resume look better to recruiters. And we're also planning the How to Create a Portfolio workshop, where we basically teach people like introduction to design. So if they want to find a career in like UX, UI design, they can build a portfolio for design and kind of show it to their recruiters. Sorry, there's dog outside.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Crystal, and I am one of the officers for ACM Design, specifically a project manager. And I'll be telling you about the internal work that we do. So if you choose to join us in the coming weeks when our internship applications open. You will know what exactly you are in for. So in terms of teams, we have two teams. We have design and dev. So you can choose whatever team you want to join, and whatever work that either suits you best or whatever you're interested in. You're also free to bounce around. We don't like to limit roles. So as long as you have a passion to learn, you're welcome to do pretty much any type of work that you want. And so for design, we have two types of teams. We have the design specific team, and what they do is they create graphics for our wonderful committees. So example would be the wonderful fall GM graphic that you guys all saw on Facebook, as well as the great backgrounds that you can see on everyone else's screen but mine, because my computer doesn't allow it. And also the design team also creates style guides. So for any initiatives that we bring on, they're the ones that create the style guide telling us what colors to use, what logos, what typography, etc. The UX team takes that work and we create mock-ups in terms of for desktop and for mobile. So any project that we have, we make sure that our responsive design is great and working. And then from there, we pass the work on to the dev team. And so they essentially take all that work and pretty much code it and troubleshoot anything else that arises. So if you want to learn more, we do have a general meeting coming up this Thursday at 7 p.m. We do have a Facebook event, so check that out. The Zoom link will be posted there an hour before the event. And of course, you know that you only met 3 of us on the team, but we do work with a great team of talented individuals. So if you would like to come meet the rest of us, learn a bit more specifically on what we do, come by and say hi, talk to us. We'd love to meet you. And we are also looking for interns. So once all the committees give their presentation, they will, the board members will talk about the internship. So feel free to check us out and apply if you're interested. And now I'm going to pass on the mic to the next wonderful committee, ACM Cyber.
Hi everyone, so I'm Ellie.
And I'm Disha. And we're ACM Cyber, the Cybersecurity Committee. And since we're going for ACM Hack this year, we wanted to preemptively clear up any misconceptions you may have between us and Hack.
So Hack, they build things and only ever accidentally break things. While here at ACM Cyber, we purposefully break things so we can fix things.
So Cyber's mission is to create a community in which both experts and beginners can grow in their industry relevant cybersecurity skills and knowledge. So basically, we want to create a comfortable space for people to learn cybersecurity, for people who are interested but don't know where to begin. But also we want to interact with those people that have more experience, and we can start conversations and play fun cybersecurity competitions called Capture the Flags, or CTFs, which we'll talk more about later.
Yeah, so our main event during the quarter, each quarter we hold a series of workshops on different hacking skills that are useful for CTFs particularly, and they're just good to know. This quarter we're focusing on forensics, which will cover file analysis, packet capture, and memory forensics. Don't worry if those words sound scary to you, or if you have no idea what we're talking about, or if they do, that's fine as well. You're welcome to join. We are very beginner friendly and we require no prior experience. And one thing to note is that our workshops are not chained together. So if you had to miss one for a midterm or whatever, don't feel like you can't go to the next workshop. And we'll also have everything recorded. And for more information, check out our Fall GM, which we'll also talk about.
So at the end of each quarter, from week 8 to 9, we put on this really fun event called CTF After Dark. You can compete with your fellow Bruins for prizes and test your knowledge on what you've learned over the quarter in Cyber Academy with our Capture the Flag challenges, which are cybersecurity questions that our officers make. And we're also there to help you with any help you may need to solve the questions, so no experience is necessary. People of all skills are welcome, and we look forward to seeing you there.
And aside from the CTFs that we make for you, we also participate in external CTFs put on by other people, such as by Google, by Facebook, and also DEF CON. and among other CTFs. For example, this Saturday, some of us are participating in DTCC. So if you're interested in that, feel free to chat with us in our Discord, and then we'll hit you up with a group if you need one.
So finally, we want to say come to our general meeting this Wednesday, October 7th at 6:30. We'll go into more depth in the information we have about our events, and we have a mini scavenger hunt for you that's avatar themed. No CS experience is required. It's just for fun to get to know people. And we have our links there at the bottom, so feel free to check us out. And now we'll hand it over to the undoubtedly most wholesome ACM committee, Teach LA.
Wow, I don't know if that's true. I've got to say, all this talk about capture the flags reminds me of being a kid. And what a coincidence. We're ACM Teach LA, we're one of the subcommittees of ACM, and we're really focused on providing equal access to K-12 education. So, you know, most of the time, we like working with kids. That's kind of our whole spiel. But really, our mission statement is about providing equitable access. You know, CS education is amazing. You can do so many cool things with it. But unfortunately, in LA, that's not always the case. It depends on what zip code you live in or what school you go to. And we want to kind of fix that problem. Very broadly, we have 3 different ways that we do that. One is through teaching classes. This is your, day-to-day stuff that we do in a high school, in an elementary school, or middle school. We also run special events, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And we're ACM. We're computer nerds. We write code and try to solve those problems as well. I'm going to say this again and again, so I apologize in advance. But Teach LA is really not about prior experience. It's really about you and what you have to bring to the table. Each person that comes with Teach LA and teaches these kids, becomes a role model and becomes part of the discussion is valuable. And I'm going to say that a bunch of times as we go through these next few slides. Yeah, so first is classes. This is kind of what you would expect out of most outreach clubs. We host weekly, now virtual classes with elementary schools, middle school, and high school students. And we do a range of classes. So if you want to work with elementary, middle school students, get them started in coding, we do Scratch, we do Python. But if you're thinking you want to go spicy, you want to talk to high schoolers, you want to go on the bleeding edge of tech, we do classes on web and app development. We do classes on AI and machine learning in conjunction with ACM AI. So really, there's a lot of opportunity. And here's the thing. Hopefully, we are good at teaching you, so you don't need to know any of these things before you join us. If you want to join us, as long as you like working with kids most of the time, we can teach you everything you need to know. The last thing I'll say about classes before I go next is that you also can propose your own class ideas. If there's something that you're interested in teaching, like Java with Minecraft, we're down to do that too. So let's do that. Yeah. Next is events. So, classes can be boring sometimes, and we want to try to provide different innovative experiences. So here we're holding one-off events where we leverage things like interactive web modules or in-person campus visits or all these different kinds of things to provide awesome exposure for kids to technology. And we've done a range of things here, from diversity in tech, CS in college, cybersecurity, huge shout out to ACM Cyber for that one, bias in machine learning, shout out to ACM AI, and also whatever you're passionate about, we're here to support you. And again, as I mentioned earlier, there's no prior experience required. We really want your experience in this event. The last big thing that we do is code. And we have this dev team with an amazing dev team director. And our job here is to use computers and code to solve education problems. So we have an online editor that's very kid-friendly, doesn't need an email. So kids can code anywhere they want, regardless of what computer they have. We have a bunch of interactive web learning modules with us trying to adapt to COVID and digital learning to provide kids with high quality education, even at home. And of course, we've got a website. Everyone's got to take care of their website. So if you're interested in being a developer or a designer, we don't care if you have previous experience. We're invested in you, and we'd love to have you join us here. So that was a lot of very exciting stuff. And you want to get involved. You want to work with kids. That's great. For us, as I mentioned before, no prior experience required, no application. All you got to do is hit us up at our general meeting, which is Tuesday, October 6th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, which is tomorrow. And if you want, you can stalk us on the interwebs. We have a website, we have Facebook, we've got an email, and we use Slack for communication. So hopefully you've understood my gist that no prior experience is required and that this is an opportunity for us to level the playing field with how we provide education in 2020. But yeah, that's it for me. I want to pass it off to one of the coolest C-Preses around, Julia, who's going to tell you about ACM-W.
Oh man, how am I supposed to follow that? Anyways, hey guys, I'm Julia. I'm president of ACM-W, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right to it. Okay, so we are focused on diversity, as mentioned by Risha at the beginning. So unlike a lot of the other committees here, we don't really do anything super technical, at least not explicitly. So our goal here is to promote diversity and make sure that CS is open and inclusive for everybody. And like I myself, I can definitely attest to coming into CS, not only CS at UCLA and not really having much experience beforehand was like a really scary and intimidating experience, especially sitting in on like CS31 and like hearing the kid next to me, like just, I don't even know what he was doing anymore. I couldn't even remember. I was too scared. So we want to quash that. We do so through mentorship, student panels, networking, and professional development opportunities. So, and we also do a lot of collabs with other orgs, so you'll probably see us everywhere, even if you don't want to. All right, cool. So starting off with mentorship. So this is our flagship program, and essentially what we do is we pair all you guys with upperclassmen for help with basically any of the questions that you have. So class selection, working out a path to get to your dream internship or get into your dream grad school. We try to match our mentees with mentors to make sure that you are best equipped to pursue your passion, hit your goal, and not be held back by any like logistical issues or like what class should I take in this quarter, all that stuff. And next, we also do a lot of student panels. So we invite current and past students to share their experiences on everything that they've been able to experience. So it's better to hear from other people what they've gone through. So if you're interested in the same thing, you have like a head start and like some insider info on how to follow in their footsteps. So we had a panel on like how to have your own startup. And this past Monday, we had a panel about how to navigate career fairs in the Grace Hopper Conference panel. And we plan on having a lot more, so be sure to stay tuned for those. Cool. Next is networking. So in the past, we would have companies come and bring food. Unfortunately, we're still working on an alternative for the bringing food part, but we would have companies such as Facebook and Google come and bring recruiters, engineers, and talk to us about what it's like to work at their companies, as well as bring swag and have fun like interactive activities. We are still planning on having those this year, so stay on the lookout for those. And next, cool. So we also focus a lot on professional development, which means a lot of the skills that aren't really covered in CS classes. So like, how do you ask for more money from your internship? That's like kind of the taboo, right? But there are safe ways to go about that. So we had professionals come and share their insights on how to do that. Also little things like how to use Git, version control, things that you need for industry aren't really taught in classes. We got your back. So be sure to keep on the lookout for those as well. So yeah, bottom line, come to our GM, which is next week. So next Monday at 7:30 p.m. to meet me personally and all the other officers of ACM-W. We're super friendly, love to have you guys, and please join our Facebook group, which is linked at the bottom. We do not have a website yet, but we are working on it, and it should be up very, very shortly. We also have an email and are on Discord and Slack. And with that, I will hand it over to the next committee, which is ACM AI.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I'm a third-year computer science major, and I'm president of ACM AI. ACM AI's mission is to grow and develop a community of students who are interested in AI at UCLA, the greater LA community, and beyond. To do this, we have 4 subcommittees that work on a variety of initiatives towards this goal. First off is workshops, our most popular initiative for UCLA students like yourself. Our workshops teach the fundamentals of artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is a subset of AI, in a quarter-long course. And we have a variety of different tracks for people who have different skill levels and interest in AI. This fall, we're going to be offering our beginner track, advanced track, and applied machine learning tracks. We'll talk more about this later at our general meeting, but it's important to note that no prior experience is required to attend our beginner track workshops. Next off is events. ACM AI's events team puts on one-off events for UCLA students that are aimed at trying to increase awareness of AI. This fall, we'll be hosting Demystifying AI, a non-technical introduction to AI and its impacts on society. And we'll also be hosting a AI research panel with a variety of different AI researchers at UCLA to talk about the research and how you can get involved yourself. Next up, we have projects. Our ACM AI projects team provides opportunities for UCLA students to get hands-on experience with using AI. And we've worked on a variety of really cool applications in the past, including player adaptive video game AI, a collaboration with the ACM Studio, doing computer vision for drones, doing deepfake detection, and much more. This winter and spring, we'll be having new projects incoming for you guys. It will be a collaboration with the Daily Bruin. More information will be coming shortly on that. And finally, ACM AI's outreach team works on a variety of initiatives that increase awareness of AI beyond UCLA. Some of the things that we work on are a collaboration between us and ACM Teach LA, which teaches an introductory course on AI for high school students. And in addition, we also host a podcast called You Belong in AI that is focused on the importance of diversity and inclusion in artificial intelligence. We have a variety of really cool guests. And if you're really itching to look at some ACM AI content right now, you can follow that link below to look at our podcast. So just to sum everything up, if you found any of that interesting, any of our AI initiatives, please come to our general meeting in exactly 1 week. It will be Monday, October 12th at 6:30 p.m. PST. If you're someone who's interested in joining our team and helping develop content for us, we'll also be taking interns through the ACM internship process, which will be discussed shortly. And lastly, we have a variety of different links to get in contact with us below. I'd point you to the mailing list and the Facebook group. Those are the best two ways to stay up to date with our events. And so, yeah, if you're interested in ACM AI, please be sure to fill out those things, join our groups, and come talk to us at the tabling session and Discord after this presentation is over. And without further ado, I'd like to pass it off to Raji and Jody to talk about ACM Hack.
Hello, everyone. Wow, it's so exciting to see so many people. So my name is Raji, and I'm the president of ACM Hack.
Then I'm Jody. I'm the vice president of ACM Hack.
Yeah, so at ACM Hack, we're really just super passionate about building projects, and we want to share that passion with you. So one of our main focuses is to enable you guys to build amazing projects. And at the same time, we also really love exploring different areas of CS. We love challenging ourselves. And so our mission sort of focuses on these two aspects of like building and exploring. And that's what all our events revolve around. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what we do.
All right, so part of our mission is building. So this fall, we're focusing on building websites. So we're hosting a beginner web development series called Hack School. This is sort of zero to hero, teaching you how to build a website, even if you have no prior experience. If you have prior experience, you can also help us mentor. This Hack School series is actually part of a bigger event. This event is a collaboration with Creative Labs, which is another super cool CS club here on campus. And this bigger event is called Bloom. So what's going to happen here is that people who sign up for our Bloom Fellowship will be paired in a designer and developer team. And by the end of the quarter, you and your partner will hopefully build a really cool project that you guys get to showcase. And because we're collaborating with Creative Labs, we're offering 2 tracks. Like I said, Hack School will be our web development series, and then Creative Labs will be offering a design track. And so, like I said, no experience, you'll gain all this through the workshops. You'll get to put it together in a cool project. And our workshops will be on Wednesday, 6 to 8. And signups will be closing sometime this week, and that'll be signups links will be on our website. All right, and so we also host other fun events throughout the year, things we've done in the past. So here are some other things you guys can look forward to. So we also do a mobile development track. We'll probably be doing that in the winter this year, so making like mobile apps, Android apps, iOS apps. Other fun series include something called a tooling series, where we taught fun software skills like Git, Bash, a super cool text editor called Vim.
And then another fun one we had done was a deep dive into JavaScript. That series is called JavaScript Chats. So we have a lot of fun workshops to offer, and you guys can learn a lot from us as well.
Yeah, and then apart from workshops, we also conduct some one-off events. So one of our most prominent one-off events is like a hackathon called Hack on the Hill. And this is basically a beginner-friendly like coding competition where you just come together in a group and you spend the whole day building a project. And so you'll have mentors, you'll be attending workshops, you will pick up new skills on the go, and then you can win some really cool prizes. So we've conducted Hack on the Hill 7 times, and we're probably going to do like another one virtually this winter. So keep an eye out for that. And then apart from HOT, so like I said at the beginning, we'd love to explore. So for example, one of our past events was Hack Kitchen, which is a super fun like cooking show themed like coding competition. So you get to learn a whole bunch of new things while you're doing it. And it's also all about exploring the fun that comes with CS, you know, like solving silly puzzles and just like making pretty things. And finally, like last quarter, we also conducted like another series called Passion Talks. And so here we had like students involved in different areas of CS talk about their passion. So we had students talk about like education technology, space technology, product management, and some other areas of tech. So this was all about exploring like new technologies, opportunities in CS, and that's basically like an important aspect of what we do with Hack.
All right, and so here in Hack, we really love to get to know everyone who comes to our workshops, who builds our projects. Unfortunately, we can't really do that this year in person, so we decided to start this new thing called Hack Fam, which is part of our community building. So this fall, Hack Fam is Hack's very own family system, where basically if you sign up, will be put in a family with a family head and some other cool people. And together with your family, you'll get to do some fun activities, you know, movie nights, game nights, study sessions, just hanging out. So if you're a new student to UCLA or you've been here before, you're missing the homies, you wanna meet some new people, definitely sign up for Hack Fam. It'll be fun. Signups will be closing this Thursday, October 8th. And then the sign-up link for this will also be on our website, which we'll show in a second. All sign-up links for everything will be on our website. All right, Raji.
Yep. And then finally, so we're going to be having our hack-specific GM tomorrow. It's a super quick 30-minute session at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So if you want to like get to know our officers a little bit more, we'll be talking about our events, our experiences in Hack, what we've like really enjoyed. So yeah, be sure to show up tomorrow. And then lastly, next slide. Yeah, so, you know, just stay in the loop, stay updated with what we're doing. So feel free to take like a screenshot of this so that you have all the links. I'd say like our website is like super important because it's got all the events that we've done before, like a whole repository. And it's also got all our upcoming events, our sign up links and everything. So if you want to stay updated, like keep checking out the website. And then of course, like pick your own choice of social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. And finally, we also have a mailing list. We promise not to be spammy with this. We'll just send out like important updates. So definitely sign up for that if you want to stay in touch. And yeah, so that's all we have. Come to our Discord table after this, just say hi and like ask us any questions if you have. And now let me just hand it over to the directors of Bruin Quest.
Hi everyone. Bruin Quest is what I like to call ACM's most ambitious crossover ever, maybe only second to Marvel's Infinity War. And we have 3 committees combining forces. We have ACM Cyber, Hack, and ICPC. And I'm Kimberly, I'm one of the directors representing Cyber. And you will be hearing from Tim from Hack as well as Anna from ICPC. And with that, I'll pass it to Tim to explain what exactly Bruin Quest is.
So Bruin Quest is a team competition, and the idea is that you'll use like your creativity and your own like kind of wits to solve UCLA themed puzzles and challenges, and like compete kind of for the pride of winning, but also there'll be prizes. So keep on the lookout for that. It's going to happen a little bit past like oh actually no, I'll pass it to Anna for that the logistics.
Hi, so don't worry. We are having this week 7, November 21st and 22nd, to accommodate for also international students. We will be having a pre-social the week before, so stay tuned. We'll be posting everything on Facebook as well as Discord, so make sure to follow us on that. And this is open to everybody. It doesn't have to be a CS student, or if you're any affiliation with CS. This doesn't need any CS background, and we just want you to have fun and come out and do some puzzles and make some friends, obviously. And then I'd like to pass this on to our next slide presenter, Bruin, which is our famous president.
All right, thanks so much. So wow, okay, 8 committees. I know we covered a lot. I know maybe you're just overwhelmed with information, but I wanted to highlight a couple things. So one, again, there is no application for these committees. So if you just want to attend workshops, attend these events, all you need to bring is yourself and your genuine interest. There is no formal application process. Explore what you want to explore, whatever you're interested in. Secondly, there's no limit to the number of committees that you can join. So if you really wanted to, you can be a part of all 8. We do our best to put them on different days at different times so things don't conflict. And we encourage you to check all of them out. But most commonly, we see a lot of people whittle it down to the ones that, you know, they're super interested in. Which brings me to, how do you know which ones you're super interested in? I would really recommend checking out their general meetings. Every single committee, as you saw, mentioned that they have their own GM. And so there, they'll be talking more specifically about their committee, and that's a great place to kind of interact, see, you know, in more of like a specific setting, what that's going to look like. And, you know, from there, you can really see what's for you and what isn't. If you're still unsure, that is completely fine as well. Feel free to talk to us for board, especially after this, and then we can kind of like talk and see what's really available. So those are our 8 committees. And as I mentioned, everything is under ACM. And we're all under this like big kind of umbrella. And so we have board for ACM, which puts on events for the general CS community, general tech community, and just puts on events that aren't specifically for a specific committee. And so without further ado, I will pass it on to ACM External, which is part of board. And Catherine can talk a little bit more about that. Hey everyone, really excited that you're all here. So I'm here to talk to you about ACM External, which is one of the branches on board. So you'll just hear me talking today, but here are the faces of my lovely officers who are working behind the scenes. So ACM External does deal with maintaining corporate relations, finance, social media, and ACM's relationship with the CS department at UCLA. I know that sounds kind of scary, but I promise it's not that bad. So I'll quickly go over what my officers do. So we have marketing. So we manage social media, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We send weekly newsletters, and we do Instagram takeovers. And we also have photographers. So we document and record events through photos, and we cultivate audience interest with our events through marketing. And so I believe we skipped a slide as well. We have external affairs, who does corporate relations and does company tours and just works with me for reaching out to companies in the CS department. And we also have finance. So they deal with all that money and making sure that ACM is budgeting correctly. So we do have some things in store for you. So we do have the CS department career fair. And so that's on October 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will be on Gatherly. And also keep your eyes peeled for Meet the Company series and Who is ACM on Instagram. So you might be wondering, where do I find information for all these events? So you should like and follow us on social media if you're wondering that. So we do have Facebook. So we have a page and group called ACM at UCLA. We have Instagram at that handle. If you like 3 of our photos, we will follow you back. So please follow that. And you'll also be able to check out our Who's ACM series later on, I think after this fall GM as well. We also have newsletters. So if social media is not your thing, we send out a weekly newsletter to you through email. So definitely sign up for that as well. We also have Discord. That is the invite link. So if you want to chat with officers, if you have any questions, even if it's not ACM related, we are more than happy to offer you advice. So I highly suggest joining our Discord and interacting with us because we're really excited to meet you. And if you're international, you're not really sure if you can make our meetings and stuff, and you're wondering where we're going to be putting those on, they will be on our YouTube. So go ahead and check that out as well. And I will be handing it off to one of the most hardworking people I know, William.
Thanks, Catherine. Hey, everyone. I'm William. I'm the internal vice president for ACM, so I'm the other vice president. I see a few familiar friends in the crowd, so hello to all of you that I know. So at a high level, what we do on internal is we do higher level events, projects, socials, and initiatives for our ACM officers, our general members, and the greater UCLA Tech community in general. And we have 5 teams on internal, as you can see on the screen. And in fact, the event you're sitting in right now, our Fall General Meeting, is an event by our wonderful, wonderful operations directors. I won't take up too much of your time, actually, because three of our teams are going to present right after me, starting with Dev Team. So I'm going to introduce Nee and Austin for that.
Hey, what is up, guys? So my name is Austin. I'm here to talk about the Dev Team. So Dev Team, as the name implies, is a development team, and the software that we focus on making supports ACM and then the UCLA CS community as a whole. So some projects we're working on this fall are the website, the membership portal, the AI research portal, some Discord bots, a little info on the AI research portal that's basically going to help connect CS students or UCLA students with AI and ML research opportunities on campus. So we have some exciting projects. Most of our products are using cutting edge technology like React and Node and Postgres and Firebase. So if you want to get experience with sort of cutting edge tech and then working on like dev team structured similar to how it is in industry in agile sprints, it's a really good opportunity for that. Everyone's welcome to apply. And if you do want to apply, you should do it through the official internship program, which I believe we'll talk about later. And then I'll hand it off to Moonshots.
Hi, so we're ACM Moonshots. We're a new initiative that's dedicated to facilitating the creation and execution of big and bold new ideas that help the UCLA Tech community and beyond. We're mostly focusing on internal facing initiatives, but we are super excited to work with the larger UCLA Tech community in the future to bring about big new ideas that you guys think of. But as a quick recap, this quarter, we're working on the amazing AI research portal. Once again, huge kudos to our dev team for working on that. Also, we're working on increased efforts to make ACM's culture more inclusive and embracing of all identities and experiences so that everyone and anyone feels welcome in ACM. And finally, we're working on a new external facing initiative, which includes a workshop series that will teach people about the social impact of technology. So to introduce this new initiative is Mega Ilongo, our amazing PM for this project.
Hi everyone, like Sharvani said, my name is Mega. I'm currently a senior and I am an advisor for Board and AI. And one of the other things I'm also doing this year is PMing ACM Impact, which is our newest external facing moonshot. ACM Impact is focused on the intersection of technology, social impact, and policy. So the goal is to create a community who can come together to learn and discuss the impacts of tech on society and provide resources for people to connect with each other and pursue related opportunities, whether that be at UCLA and also beyond UCLA in their career as well. So for this quarter, we're starting off ACM Impact with an event series called Intro to Tech Ethics. And during this series, we'll be having workshops giving an overview of some really important tech and social impact issues, such as data privacy or AI. And we'll also be hosting conversations and discussions where you can really learn from connecting with your peers and talking through these topics. So I'm really excited for ACM Impact to get started this year. Keep an eye out for other one-off events and also other events that we'll have during winter and spring as well. And with that, I'll pass it on to the internship directors.
Hi everyone, my name is Gloria and I am the co-internship director with Sahen, who will talk in a bit, and I'm super excited to announce this year's internship program, which will allow you to be even more involved with shaping and making a positive impact in individual committees as well as our computer science community as a whole. You will have to go through an application process, and after that you'll get to experience the responsibilities of an officer, just like all of our lovely panelists today. And applications are opening in around week 3, so please follow our social media that was linked and will be linked again later for updates and details. I was an intern myself, and ACM has really helped me find an inclusive and supportive community, and even helped me find my future roommates. So my co-host Hen will tell you more about the intern experience as well as our family system.
Hello, everyone.
It's so nice to see all of your wonderful names listed in alphabetical order. Yeah, so I'm co-internship directors with my bestie, Gloria. And what I can say about the ACM internship program was that when I first came to UCLA, and took my first CS midterm, I didn't know if, honestly, if I could do it. Like, I mean, it was tough. I really wasn't sure if I'd be able to handle the workload and everything. And becoming an ACM intern really helped me with that. Like, it introduced me to so many wonderful people that were all so passionate about what they're doing, and also just really helped me feel like a part of the CS community. And I think that's our biggest goal here. And that's what we really hope to do for you all. And if you become part of the internship program, you can join us at something called Quarantine Buddies. So we know that quarantine has been really tough, and we know that it's a lot. It's a lot to not be able to come to campus for a while, and to not and maybe have a hard time meeting people and stuff like that. And what we're really hoping for is that Quarantine Buddies, where we'll put you into groups within ACM, within different committees, and kind of mix and match, will be a fun way for you to meet people and become part of our ACM community once you join through our internship program. And that's what we really hope that we can provide for you, is a family within ACM. And now we'll pass it on.
Hey everyone, my name's Evan. I'm one of the operations directors for ACM. You'll get to meet my co-operations director, Daniel, in a little bit. And yeah, so if you didn't like GM, that's on us. But we're here to tell you about our membership portal. So normally when everything is on campus, our membership portal is to incentivize participants like all of you guys to go to all of our events. And when you go to our events, you'll get event codes that you can input in the membership portal, and then you earn points for the amount of events that you go to. Some events may be weighted higher, and because you're all in GM, you will get a lot of points tonight. And at the end of the quarter, whoever has the most points, the top 3 people get cool prizes like Amazon gift cards. Last year we gave away Google Homes. So, go to all our events. So how do you get involved? Well, you can go to this link on the slide, members.uclaacm.com, and tap sign up. You can sign up with Facebook, with your email, whatever you want. And then you can input your info, list your major and your year, attend our events, and at our events, you'll get attendance codes that you can submit and earn points. So in case I'll give you a little bit moment to get your accounts up, but tonight you earn 50 points, which is a lot. And we all want those gift cards. First place gets $50, I think. Second place gets 25, and third place, all 3 will get unique roles in our ACM Discord. So get to those events, attend everything, see what ACM is like for you. And tonight's attendance code, in case everybody is wondering, is don't abandon semicolons. So I'll leave that on the screen for a bit, but everyone has access to the slides too, so you can refer back to them when you get your accounts up. And real quickly, because we are running a little over time, I'm going to hand it off to Daniel, my partner in crime, to talk about how we're going to run our socials and tabling on Discord.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel, your other director of operations. So we have this lovely section of Discord carved out for you guys, and anybody who joins the Discord server should be able to see it ready to go. You'll have access right away. When you join in, you will get pinged by our server bot asking you to verify, but there's no rush to do that. You can just hop right into the tabling and you can worry about verification later. You will want to get verified though, because it'll unlock the rest of the server for you. And we have everything from study tables to just cool hangout rooms and stuff like that. There's already around 800 people in the server right now. So it's set up where there's different voice channels for each committee, and there's also different, do you mind switching the slide? Thanks. There's different voice channels, and there are also different chat channels. So please feel free to hop in. We encourage you to turn on your videos and chat with us, have a face-to-face. If you're shy, you're more than welcome to just type to us and we will be responsive. You mind hitting the next slide for me? And then this is just in case you guys run into any difficulties on the server, you're gonna go, if someone's being mean or rude or anything like that, go ahead and add a moderator. If you are confused or lost, can't find something, or need help verifying if you do try to verify. If there aren't enough tables or anything, go ahead and ping Evan or myself at admin, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna hand it off to our queen, Rucha.
All right, awesome. Thank you all so much for coming. We've talked a lot at you, and now we want to hear from you. Again, ACM is what it is because of the community and because of the people. And so more than anything, we want to be able to chat with you, have your video on, be able to really get to know you. So as Daniel and Evan described, hop on that Discord and we'll get to see you in person. So thank you so much again, and we'll see you soon on the Discord.